Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Paulina and I got the gastric sleeve gastrectomy surgery on August 1st, 2019. And as of today, I am 142 pounds down. In this specific video, I'm going to actually just be giving an update from months 6 through 9. So it's going to be the month of February, March, and April. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. So when I was writing down my notes for these 3 months, I realized how much less info I have compared to my previous updates. And I think it's because in the beginning, so many things are happening, so many things are changing. And I noticed that from months 6 to 9, yeah, there's growth, yeah, there's change, but not as much as in the beginning stages of getting surgery, right? So just really quickly, February 1st, I was actually 189 pounds. So that was my starting weight, 180, not my starting weight, but that was my weight on February 1st. So that was my 6-month post-op. Not a lot happened in February, but I'm just gonna talk about a couple of things that I went through during that month that has to do with me and my surgery. So number one, so in that month, I lost 7 pounds. So obviously my weight loss still continued, but it did slow down a lot compared to the previous months. So I lost 7 pounds in that month of February, but a huge milestone that I hit was 120 pounds lost in total. So I was super excited. Hitting 120 pounds felt better than hitting 100, obviously, but it was just a big milestone for me, and I was super excited when I met that. Something that I experienced, me and my husband went to San Diego for the weekend. It was for Valentine's Day weekend. We went for a concert and we stayed at a hotel and stuff, and it was super nice. That was actually the first time that I wore a bathing suit after surgery. I still wore the same bathing suit that I had from before, but obviously it fit a lot better. I felt good about myself. It was just crazy because, you know, before everything revolved around food. Like, what are we gonna have for breakfast? What are we gonna have for lunch? What are we going to have for dinner? What are we gonna have for snacks? What snacks are we getting to watch a movie? Like, all of those things. And that's not what it revolved around. We walked around. We stayed in, if you're familiar with San Diego, we stayed on Coronado Island. And for the first time, we've gone to Coronado Island a million times. But for the first time, we actually walked around in that little strip and like went into every single boutique. And it was just something that we never did because I was never interested in walking around, right? It was just like, let's go to the beach, let's sit down in the sand, and let's eat snacks. Like, that's literally what my life was. So something super awesome that I experienced when I went was, I never really shopped in boutiques before. I knew what stores had plus size clothes. I knew that I could go to Target. I knew that I could go to Old Navy. I knew all those stores, Walmart, right, that had plus size clothes. And I would never go into a boutique because they didn't have plus size. Most don't have plus size. So going into a boutique and buying a sweater, I'll post a picture right here, but buying a sweater, it sounds so silly, but if you know, you know. If you know the struggle, you know exactly what I mean. When I tried on this funky sweater that I found with stripes, and those are things that I've always wanted to wear, but I could never find them in my size. I wanted it oversized. I wanted it to fit a certain way, and it fit me the way that I wanted. It sounds so dumb, but it's, like I said, if you know, you know. If you've struggled with your weight your whole life, you know what that means. It's not just the same sweater that you have to wear because it fits you, right? And an oversized sweater fits you like a normal size sweater, and a normal size sweater you can't fit into. Like, it's just crazy. So yeah, going into those boutiques and trying things on was something that I was so happy. My husband went into every boutique with me and he was like, girl, get whatever you want. But that sweater that I got, I was so excited to wear. What else? We went to good restaurants and I did eat, but did we split our food? No, we didn't split our food, but I definitely didn't eat it all. So my husband had a little more. I remember going to this breakfast place and just getting like an egg white omelet. You know, it's crazy because every single restaurant you go to has something that we're able to eat. There's no excuse. Like I always say, it was just before I never realized that they have stuff on the menu that is healthy for you. By the way, I posted about my cup, Snow White. I'm gonna tag her. It's one of my friends that makes these cups and she does such a good job. Look how beautiful. But anyways, so yeah, that was a big thing. Oh, another thing that I did in February was chop my hair off. So it's growing a little bit right now since we're in quarantine. My sister can't cut it, but I always had long hair. Well, no, I've cut my hair once, like short, which I hated it because I was overweight. But I've always loved my long hair because, you know, I can curl it, I can make it cute, I can hide behind my hair. And I remember I kept telling my sister, I want to cut my hair, I want to cut my hair. And she was like, okay. And then I went over to her house and I have a picture, which I'll post, and I have a funny video, which I'm going to have her send it to me. Yeah, I'm going to have her send it to me. So I'll post it right here. But it was, she just chopped it off. I told her like, cut it like halfway down my back and then I'll see, cut it like to my shoulders and then I'll see. And she chopped it exactly how I wanted it. It's growing now, but I want to chop it again. I love my short hair. And like I said, it was such a freeing thing. And again, someone that doesn't experience being overweight and going through all of these, it's like you're breaking out of a shell. It's like you're becoming the best version of yourself in baby steps, and those are non-scale victories more than they are on the scale, right? Yeah, losing those pounds and getting on the scale, it feels amazing. But I think like trying on a shirt that you've had in your closet for 5 years is amazing. Putting on a pair of jeans, like I never would wear jeans before, and now it's a part of my outfits. Like it just blows my mind. Cutting my hair off was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do. And I waited a little bit, right? So it was around the 6 months, but I did it and it felt so good. And yeah, it was like an emotional experience for me. So yeah, so at the end of March, like I said, in the month of March, in the month of February, I dropped 7 pounds. So like I said, starting was 189 on that February 1st. March 1st, I was 182. So going into March, I had a huge life event that happened. I left my job that I was at for like close to 7 years, which was huge, which was a huge thing because not only was I going through this huge thing with my surgery and losing weight and all of that, and now there was gonna be a huge life change. And you know, stress comes with that, right? So you're kind of, the way I used to deal with stress was eating, and I knew that I couldn't do that. So I dealt with it in different ways, you know, exercising, really making sure that I was meal prepping, really making sure that I was around the right people during that transition. And I'm good now. It's been a couple months and I'm fine. It was really hard, but I'm good, and I'm super proud of the way that I handled it. And like my husband helps me with so many things, and he helped me get through that. And I didn't let it be a reason for me to stall or to gain weight or to just be like, whatever. Because like I've mentioned in previous videos, when you're going through this, they tell you in the 12 months after surgery is your go time. It's your time to get it done. Regardless of what happens in those 12 months, it's a once in a lifetime 12 months. And I remember them saying something super like, what did they say? Like basically anything that happens in those 12 months cannot be an excuse for you to throw in the towel, to be like, oh, well, you know, I lost my job, right? Or I left my job, whatever. That can't be a reason to just give in. Whatever that life changes, it can't be a reason to slow you down in the 12 months, because if you do, then you're throwing away the once in a lifetime chance. You can't get the surgery again. Yes, you can go from the sleeve to the bypass, but this is a once in a lifetime thing. If you waste it, that's it. They can only cut out your stomach one time. And like if you know, they cut out close to 85 to 90% of your stomach. And like I said, I sound like a broken record, but it's a one-time thing. So you can't let anything be the reason why you fell. You can't. So I hit another milestone of 130 pounds, which I was super happy about. I did have my first drink, alcoholic drink, on March 23rd. I wrote it down. And I just had like a little bit of, I don't even remember what it was. I just had like vitamin water with like, I think it was like vodka or something, but it was like I did a little bit and I only did one. I just felt like doing it and I was fine. I haven't even had one since then. It was just something that I kind of wanted to try and I was fine. But again, it was one. And they do recommend, I know my doctor said they do recommend for you to not drink till you're 12 months post-op. Because of, I mean, they talk about addiction, right? You can go from food addiction to becoming an alcoholic. There's millions other reasons, but that was one of the biggest reasons that I decided not to. And honestly, I'm not a big drinker anyways, so it's kind of like, it is what it is, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. Another huge thing that started, and it's still happening now, and we're all going through, is dealing with being in quarantine due to the coronavirus. So that's something huge, right? I'm still working. I'm actually working part-time, so I do have more time, but it's not what we thought it was going to be. Like, obviously what we're going through right now, I was like already so excited. I was like, what theme park are we going to go to? You know, we have beach days plans. I'm really close to my family and stuff, and we do a lot of things, and I was so excited to do all of that. Like I said, theme parks. I wanted to go on every single roller coaster. I want to experience all these things that I didn't before, and it's all at a halt right now. That's just one part of it, right? But like being home a lot more, right? We can exercise outside. We are able to, but it's just not the same. I don't know. It's like uncomfortable. So I do work out sometimes outside, but we've been doing more like YouTube videos, but it's not the same. I don't have my personal trainer, which I had from, I started seeing her about 2 months post-op till like maybe 2 months, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, because of all of this. And I would see her 5 to 3 times a week, and she was really holding me accountable, and now I don't see her. And I haven't fell off the wagon. I'm still doing everything, but still, it's still a big thing. But I was not going to let that again. I wasn't going to let that stop me from reaching my goals. But again, it's hard. It's a daily battle. And the thing that I think about is that I remind myself to think of like the next 24 hours instead of the next week, month, because then it becomes overwhelming for me. And that's kind of like the little trick that I've done. I only worry about, like, yeah, I'll meal prep sometimes. Yes, I'll plan my food for the week, but I'm really only worrying about the next 24 hours in front of me and making sure that I need to check off every box of what I need to do, because that's what's slowly getting you to your goal. If you have a checklist of everything from Monday through Sunday, it's super overwhelming. And I know I probably would be like, oh my gosh, it's too much, right? So focusing on the 24 hours ahead of you has really, really helped me get through all of this and get through the being quarantined and not seeing my family. I mean, that alone is very emotional. I have little brothers that I'm really close to. I'm really close to my sister, my parents. I'm really close to everyone. And not being able to see them right now sucks really bad, really bad. And, you know, yes, there's FaceTime and stuff, but it's not the same at all. Okay. So like I mentioned, this March 1st, I was 182. April 1st, I was 173. So I dropped 9 pounds in the month of March. 9. Okay. In the month of April, which just ended, a couple of things that happened. Sorry, my notes are all messy. So again, the coronavirus continued. Where I'm at in my city, they actually just extended our stay-at-home orders till June 19th. Which is crazy, because when I think about it, that's like 45 more days. And who knows what's going to happen in the next 45 days. But again, I'm just trying to stay positive and trying to focus on this. And I'm just trying to take advantage of the extra time that I have instead of focusing on when life is going to go back to normal. I'm just trying to meet my goals and continue it regardless of them, of it getting extended more. And a lot more. 45 days is a long time. In the month of April, like I posted, I noticed that in the first 2 weeks, I was dropping like 1 pound to 2 pounds. And then I've been weighing myself like every other day, which is not okay. I don't like to do that, to be honest with you. I used to weigh myself every week. And now I think I'm going to have to put the scale away because I'm becoming a little obsessed with it. but I was noticing in the first 2 weeks that I was dropping 1 to 2 pounds, and I was like, no, it's not gonna happen. I wanted to break the 170s. Like, that was my thing. I wanted to break the 170s. So I did a 10 pouch reset by tiffany.gets.sleeved, which I did a whole other video on, and I'll post it below. And I lost 13 pounds on it. My sister-in-law did it with me also, and it really helped me. It wasn't even about like, yes, I wanted to get out of the 170s, but it wasn't even about losing weight. It was more about getting my mind back on track, because I noticed that like the week prior to me doing the 10-day reset, I was snacking a lot more. I wasn't eating bad, but I was snacking a lot more. Instead of like grabbing 1 cheese stick, I was grabbing 2 and a piece of turkey. Instead of eating 1 protein bar, which can be high in calories, at night, I was like, let me eat a protein bar. And like, yeah, they're healthy snacks, but I was still going over what I should be eating. And I was like, that can't happen. I had to do something to cut it out. So that's why I decided to do the 10-day pouch reset, and it really, really helped me, and I really liked it. People were asking me, it's been about a week since I did it, and people were asking me if I gained that back, right? Because sometimes when people do cleanse, they gain it back. But I feel like this cleanse is a lot different than other cleanses. You know, other cleanses are like limited amount of food, just liquids, all of that. With this one, it's only like a 2-day all shakes, and then you start adding food slowly. So this week it was the time of the month, so I was on my period. So like today I weighed 163, and when I ended the pouch reset I was 161. So it's 2 pounds, but I'm kind of like, dang, like I can't really give an honest thing if I gained weight, because I feel like it has to do with my period. I asked my sister-in-law, weighed herself, and she gained 1 pound. So yeah, we didn't continue to lose, but I got out. I was 173 when I started, and at the end I was 161, and today I'm 163. So whatever, I didn't gain the whole 13 pounds back. So we'll see once I'm done with my period, and to see how everything goes back to normal. But basically that's kind of what my experience was with the pouch reset. And I did do that in the month of April. In the month of April, I was super excited, something that I was super excited about. And if you follow me on Instagram at body, mind, and soul _VSG, I actually got my first box. Sorry, I dropped this. My first box from Premier, because now I'm an ambassador for them, which I'm so excited about, because I love Premier. Like, I literally drink it every single day. It's something that I love so much. So I'm super excited to be collabing with them. But yeah, that was just a little personal milestone that happened during that month. And then I posted my first food recipe on this channel also. I post my videos every Sunday, and I started last week, where I posted my low carb tortilla recipe that I do all the time. And I'm thinking that I am gonna post weekly on it. It is a lot of hard work to post recipes, but hey, I got time right now, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. And then when I go back to work full time, and if I don't have time, then I'll stop the recipes, but or maybe just limit them. But for now, I think I'm gonna be doing it. So that's kind of what happened in the 3 months. So I'm sorry. So on April, wait, hold on, sorry. So March, what is it? Did I do my math wrong? Hold on. 182. Okay, yeah, so April 1st I was 173, and then May 1st I was 162. So in that month I lost 11 pounds. Okay, so that's basically what that looked like. So now that I shared with you guys my 3 months, I did ask on Instagram just a couple questions that you guys wanted me to add to the end of the video. So I'm gonna go through those questions. So the first one was, what helped you the most to lose so much weight? That question, I mean, I can go on and on with that question, but sorry, I have like allergies. Staying focused, taking it day by day, like I said, taking my vitamins, meeting my liquid goals, meeting my protein goals, exercising, everything that needs to be done to be successful. Being around the right people, not letting those people that are trying to bring you down. Like, it's just crazy. So yeah, what helped you the most to lose weight? It's all of those pieces. There isn't just one piece. I can't just say, oh, because I met my protein goals. No. Honestly, being around positive people and really understanding your surgery and helping you instead of not helping you. My husband will never bring home a cheeseburger, eat it in front of me. He won't be like, you got the surgery and I didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's so supportive. And now my sister-in-law is living with us and she eats healthy also with us now. So it's just like a whole little family thing. And I'm actually, I don't want to say like, how do I word it? Being in quarantine is not so bad right now for us because I'm really focusing on me and my growth, and there's not that much distraction. So that's kind of like what's going on. But yeah, I think there's so many pieces to being successful with the surgery, and it's just really, really following what your doctor says and really, really following what you learned in your classes, instead of like trying to be like, trying to add things or kind of like test things out, right? Like I said, I drank alcohol and I drank it once and I probably shouldn't have because I don't want to test what my doctor's telling me. If he's telling me drink, well, they don't even want you to drink, but they said if you have to drink at 12 months, right? So all of those things. Sorry, that kind of went in a lot of things. How did you decide to do the surgery despite all the risks? So when I was in my classes, they talk about the risks, right? They talk about the small percentage of death. They talk about that your stomach can leak. They talk about blood clots. They talk about all of those things that can happen. The percentages are so small. I can't even tell you the percentages right now. And honestly, I prayed about it for a long time, and you know, this is just me personally. I prayed about it for a long time. I thought about it for a long time. I was scared. I didn't even see a doctor for probably a year. I'd bring it up to my husband randomly, but not really talk about it, you know, but I was definitely watching YouTube. I was definitely Googling things. And then when I would see those percentages, I was like, oh no, it's not worth it. I can do it on my own, right? Those are the things that people go through. But then a year passed, I gained more weight. And I was like, all right, Paulina, you need to do something dramatic. And I was like, let me just make an appointment. Made the appointment with my doctor. He went over everything with me. And then he's like, you can take the classes. And then if you decide not to do it, you decide not to do it. 6 months of classes. Even after the 6 months of classes, Kaiser gives you a year to decide if you're going to do it or not. So by the end of the classes, honestly, like day one of my class, I was like, oh, I can't wait for these classes to be over so I can just make my appointment. From my first appointment to my surgery date, it took 10 months for me to do it because of my insurance, not because of me. And I was eager. I just wanted something. I was going to take the leap of faith, and I felt like God was telling me, like, Paulina, this is for you. Do it. And that's why I did it. Of course, I was scared. Of course, I thought about things that, you know, the morning of surgery, and as I was driving, or as my husband was driving me down there, I was like still kind of like, oh my gosh, should I do it? Should I do it? But I wasn't going to let myself stop. I was going to just to do it. And honestly, now that I'm 9 months post-op, thank you, God, for giving me that sign, because it saved my life. It really, really did. So yeah. When were you able to use straws and drink sparkling water? In the classes, they do tell you to never use straws again. I asked my doctor, and he told me around 3 months. He said, I would recommend for you not to do it, but if you absolutely have to, you're fine. I started doing it. I did not get any stomach pains. I was fine. But again, listen to your body, talk to your doctor, ask them. Because with me, I've been fine. It helps me get my liquids down. Regarding sparkling water, I don't drink sparkling water. I don't drink anything carbonated. So they did tell you don't drink anything carbonated. The reason why they tell us is because they say that it can stretch your stomach back out, and I'm not risking that. I was huge on Diet Coke. I was huge on soda. Like huge. And I didn't even stop drinking soda till like 2 weeks before my surgery. So and I haven't drank one. I haven't even taken a sip because I'm terrified and I don't want to hurt my stomach. So I have not. What vitamins do you take? I did a whole video on this, which I'll put below, but I do the Bariatric Advantage and that's what they recommended. So that's the ones that I take. Did weight loss slow down? What did you do other than the cleanse? My weight loss did slow down not really. Honestly, the first month I lost 30, second 22, third 14, third 14, fourth 13, fifth 12, 6 11, month 7 7, 8, month 8 9, and then month 9 11. So it didn't really slow down for me, you guys, but I worked my butt off and everyone is different. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, everyone is different. And I'm not saying because you see someone drop 2 pounds that they're not working their butt off. No, everyone is different. And with me, my weight has came off and I work so hard every single day with everything that I do. Because like I said, they said 12 months, make it happen. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to continue doing, is to make it happen. And it might slow down. Definitely might slow down. You know, I want to weigh one. Sorry, my camera died. But anyways, where did I leave off? Let me see. I was on, did weight loss slow down? What did you do other than the cleanse? So yeah, I work every single day to make it happen. What did I do other than the cleanse? I did everything that I had to do that my doctor told me. Meet my protein, water, exercise, all the time. That's what I did. And then I just did the cleanse because I thought I needed like a little jump start again. And that's exactly what that cleanse did for me. How did you handle hair loss if you had any? So I lost hair at my 4-month post-op. From 4 to 5 months is where I lost hair. And I was losing it in chunks. But back then, I used to always wash my hair every single day and I was losing it in chunks. I then started using the Monate product and it really, really helped me. Maybe not with it stopping, but with the regrowth of it. But losing hair is part of it. It's lack of nutrition. It's part of it. And they talk about that in our pre-op classes, but don't let that be the reason why you don't get surgery, because it stops. Mine was 1 month. I know other people that it starts earlier on or lasts longer, but for me, it was 1 month. And again, don't let that be a reason why you don't do it. Let me see. And I think that's it. Those are the couple of questions. Wait. Oh, and someone said, can you show us full body shots in your video? I mean, I can stand up and show you guys, but I'll show you pictures. So, I'm wearing like a dress. I don't feel comfortable just showing, but this is me. I have loose skin, as you guys can tell, on my arms now. But other than that, you guys, that's me. But it's crazy that that's me because I was 304 pounds 9 months ago. It's crazy. But yeah, you guys, so that's basically my update from the last 3 months. I'm so close to my 12 months in 3 months. So the next update that I will give is in 12 months. I like to do it by 3 months because there's not so much to talk about if I did month to month. But again, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I have like 500 subscribers now, which is amazing. But thank you guys so much. Please comment below. Please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't. And follow me on Instagram at @bodymindandsoul_VSG. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.